Hello again, ReLIVE fans. I'm going to bring to you another PvP session. This time, other changes in addition to just Puck being leveled a little bit more. She's now 9.3, got some higher HP. But I've also subbed in Otohime instead of Bride. The reason for that is I was reviewing kind of what I've done the last few days with my new lineup, and I hadn't run Bride at all. And at the same time, I also hadn't really missed her. There weren't any games where I could review where I thought to myself, wow, Bride really would have helped. So I've replaced her with Otohime, as I said before. Part of that is because she's another mid-row girl. She benefits from Diao-chan's high US. But she's also obviously Otohime, so she brings a lot of damage mitigation. Assuming they don't put out Shurikari or Onana. But also kind of looking back on those last couple of days, there haven't been many people running those two girls. And look how far back she is. She really avoids any Genie Costa shenanigans where she gets two-shot right off the bat. I'm running her with agility, so in the case that I do want to mitigate with her, for whatever reason, maybe I don't have Hifumi up yet, that I'm able to go first. Or supposedly go first, unless someone else is sacrificing brilliance in order to run agility as well. Now, I might not end up running her at all. I might end up running her in all the games. I don't know. One thing that's coming up more in my thought process is, am I going to really be using Moriarty very much? Again, she's my tank of choice, but now I only have two back row. I'd like to someday kind of fit in Apollo to kind of nuke any Onana or Hound Ruko setups. But again, I'm not really seeing Onana, and to run a girl just to go against Hound Ruko, when I can't, against Hound Ruko, you can't necessarily be prepared, or you can't always anticipate being able to be sure that she's going to climax the second turn. She might not be able to. So choices to be made. I'm going to be running this lineup. And again, reviewing who might not be helping out. And it's always a good thing to kind of review that all the time. Keep updating your team. Don't kind of think, this is my team, there's nothing else I can do. Review, who do I not use? Who could I put in instead? And who might be helpful in that way. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm on a string of 4 silver chests in a row. I hope that means the odds are in my favor. I'm not going to give you a lot of dead silence this time. So let's jump into the tier list. So number 1 bans are Hound Ruko with agility, Pollux, Puck, especially with Puck with agility, and finally Marie. Now, 2 of those are just automatic bans. Hound Ruko with agility, as well as Puck. The 2 that need some qualifiers, first up is Pollux. Pollux, if you have a lot of burn or poison, she's a little bit more manageable. She's still high up on that tier of who you'd want to ban. But if you think that you can burn, like in my case I can, I would rather ban Hound Ruko with agility and Puck before I ban Pollux. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Piper's kind of interesting. Puck autoban. Piper's interesting because she counters confusion. And the only confused girl I have would be Diao-chan, but I'm not necessarily, I don't necessarily need to use her for her confusion. So I'm going to ban Otohime because I don't see any real Kiragen, and it looks like this person is going to roll over. So we'll go ahead and put out mid-row team just to try it out. Maybe looking at this, I might want to take out Otohime and put in Hound Ruko, but maybe they didn't roll over. Maybe they... Okay, yeah, they did roll over. Bummer. I hate that, the way the game is changing is it makes these games so difficult for people on the low end of S. So again, if you don't think that you can really compete, like in this case, the team that was being put out there, I think was actually decent. The issue would be, of course, if you run up against someone in high SSS or high SS. So, is there a way I can nuke? Maybe Puck can stop it. And we'll go with that. So the torture goes on for another turn. This is probably really engaging content. Oh, duh. Puck has reflect. I don't even know what my own characters are doing. Okay, yeah, no, I typically do. Puck's new to me, so. That is a lesson you should know, especially if you're a bride user. If her fortitude is popped, you can't use her on reflect. She won't be able to put up the invincibility. As well as, even if you are invincible, reflect will deal damage to you through it. Alright, that's 5 straight silver chests. Epic. They still give platinum coins, but about 1/3 of the amount. Since I want to make sure that, a lot of times the advice you'll be getting for PvP comes from the top down. And what I mean for that is, like, you'll have like 10 people at the top who are kind of dictating, well, here's the meta, here's who you should ban, here's who you should, poll for. Typically, you want to think about polling for characters, but like someone like Puck. Puck really benefits from Diao Chan's unit skill. Otherwise, she's actually kind of she's kind of frail. I played her in a game earlier. I only had one game to play, so I didn't feel like streaming it. But she went up against Tsukuyomi. Tsukuyomi did Moonlight, so gave herself Absorb first, and then did her climax against Puck. Absolutely destroyed Puck, even through Diao Chen's unit skill. This team, well, Puck's an autoban. No Houndrako, so it makes my job a little bit easier. I'm going to choose to go up against Marie if I can help it. And I will anticipate... Okay, so there's my mid-row team coming up. Yeah, we'll roll this out. Amaya's usually a staple, so this is a bit strange for me. So I'm a little bit out of my element here. And if I can help it, I'd like to avoid giving... Oh my gosh. Okay, confusing the front three. Okay, so Perseus can go first, especially now that Hifumi's 2 AP is trapped behind the climax barrier. So who would I want to be? Let's do that, and then we'll count on... We'll count on that, on Diao Chen knocking her out. If not, bummer. It's a tough game anyway. My main goal is to obviously increase our act power so Diao Chen can hit harder on Perseus, but also looking forward to the second turn, being able to make sure my Hifumi goes first. And they might be aware of that too. So Diao Chan's going first on this one. Okay. Ouch. That makes life a little bit easier, actually. We'll lead like so. I do not anticipate winning this match. So this will probably knock. It's a one-hit climax, which makes Hifumi super good. I don't even know if I should let this roll out. Lalupan is just so freaking good. Yeah. Appreciate their time. Tasteful use of the Don Ruko sticker. Maybe I'm too scared of Marie. If I had run... It's always good to kind of review what happened. So, I really had I had a pretty good start. Okay. All my girls were ready to climax. I was able to use Marie first. Diao Chan was able to basically knock out Perseus. Hifumi did well. Who would be really helpful in that place? Maybe Otohime. I don't believe Lalupan has blindness resistance. Otohime would reduce that, but that would also mean, who would I take out? I probably would take out... Would I still run Cinderlala? I could have run these 5. I could have run out Diao Chan, Cinderlala, Marie. That does leave Diao Chan to being manipulated by an opponent's Hifumi, though. I'll have to review it on an additional game. So, all right, 1-1 so far. Both were pretty much blowouts, one direction and the other. So, going back to what I was talking about earlier, there are some girls that you can overlook, especially if you're playing an A or B, that you think to yourself, oh, well, they're obsolete. Like, they're not a big deal. The two that I really want to highlight are Arthur and Happy. Okay. They're slow. They don't do as much as the new girls do. But that doesn't change the fact that they're doing the same BS they did in Season 1. Okay, counter heal, no matter the source, is amazing. Hifumi's better, clearly, because she's so fast. But Arthur can still really screw up your plans, especially if you are down there in A and B. All right, well, I am getting the gauntlet here. I'm going to have to let Pollux through. This time I will definitely have to run Cinderlala because I have to have some way to survive the turn that they are resilient. Okay, while I let the burn go through. All right, so we'll roll out that team that I was talking about. Because I need Cinderlala. I can't trouble myself running out Fluffy Mal. Because I do need that dodge so incredibly much. That can be useful later. I don't like this at all. Let's lead like so. Ooh, so... Oh, well, now Fanchir is able to go. And really, I'm just going to have to try to survive. They didn't use Perseus. That might be a big brain move. This will only hurt Otohime. That's incredible. Oh, did it get through her barrier? It hit her that hard. Wow. Oh, she has perfect aim on her. That's one way to run Hifumi. This will heal. This will hurt. She deals special or... She deals normal damage. Marie is like... wrecking. Wow, okay. Let's lead it like this. Marie will go first, and maybe she can snipe Fanchiro. No, I'm thinking this is another loss. I might be able to hold out because Marie will be so well off. After dodging. And with... Yeah, Hifumi's not going to hit hard enough for the counter heal. Oh! Yeah, that's GG. I might have had a puncher's chance if, obviously, Cinderella had been able to get her climax off. That's a couple of times Confusion has, if I'm remembering correctly, I think Confusion has really done a number on me. So, 1 and 2. SSS players get ganked all the time too. Osaka's pretty cool. Osaka also has everything they want. There is no limit to what they will get. I'm actually surprised that she's so far down. I know Leo, who goes by Leo in the game, is super far ahead. Oh, hey, this is my buddy Sayul. Okay, how are we doing on time? All right, just enough time so that we can play this one more match. Yeah, he needs one more really good girl. And we'll trot this team out. Really my team of choice. My favorite girls are out there. Sucks about Marie. Marie is actually pretty high up there, but this team is probably the one that if I were to go into normal performance that I would feel most comfortable playing. It might not be my best team. Ooh. This isn't a great start. One thing I want to avoid is activating Mona Lisa. That's the only source of Kira Gen she can give. Okay. And this is game over. She has, Black Lion Nation Ruko has great benefit to scaring off Perseus because she is rather fast compared to Perseus. So you can anticipate her climax by stunning her, making her less likely to even get her climax off. I have her. I've considered raising her. It may still be worthwhile to do so. I don't know who I would take out. But she is one of those original characters that still actually has very good use. You obviously need to 9.8 her so that she's able to climax turn 1. We'll do he for me. Credit to him for sticking this out. I know players who will be annoyed if another player plays to the end against a clearly lost position. But look, it's your game. You play it how you want to play it. And well, I would bow out because it's a little just painful. I don't need to see this all. More power to you. She's confused too. Fair and square, good game. All right. I'll be able to ask him about this game right after this. With the amount of time we have, maybe we can go one more. I appreciate if you stayed along here, and you know, if you skip between matches, I feel you. I do want to kind of fill the time though. So kind of going back to Arthur and Happy. Look, Arthur's counter heal, I've already talked about, but Happy, her Kira gen, like the reason we call her Happy, if she goes and turns her entire team into climax ready on second turn, and then she also increases their speed by 33%, their act power by 33%, and their critical chance by 33%. Look, obsolete or not, that's really good. So, a person to look out for. If you're kind of thinking, oh, well, man, Lu Bu really hits hard. I'm less afraid of Lu Bu really ruining my game than I am of Happy or Arthur. Okay, so think to yourself, okay, well, if I were to take this character out, how would it affect their team? Sometimes doing an unusual ban can actually, you can play mind games with your opponent. They might put out a team that you've seen me do a few times. I'm just not comfortable with that team I put out. I don't have a lot of practice because I'm not used to the team that I'm putting out there, because I don't anticipate, say, Hifumi getting banned. I don't anticipate Mori getting banned, though banning Mori would be a clear mistake. Don't ever ban tanks, okay? There are exceptions, but don't ever ban tanks. Someone like Susanoo has that gust of brilliance. Want to avoid. Okay, so this wasn't too exciting. So maybe I won't post this publicly. Orihime is another really good character. Many of you and many people I talk to would say, oh, ban Onikage because they're afraid of her assassination. I'm more afraid of Orihime turning a 5-girl climax. And then Cinderella is another one that can really screw up what you're trying to do, especially in games you've seen me have games where final act decides it all. Or let's do it like this. I probably would not have Puck as a front against those 5,000 folks, but yeah, okay. Dang it, that's not the one I want. This I do want to do. Get rid of that one. And lead like so. Useful. Cheshire is also a really good character. Right. That sucks. Not ideal. She hits hard though. Ooh, she ate that. Wow. She does have really high special defense. Puck's really good, folks. And that's probably where we'll call it. But first, we need to find out, will I go for the unprecedented 7th straight silver chest? Will it be? Oh, first I get the coins. Nice. Will it be? Oh, it's a gold chest! How I've missed you. All right. Well, thank you once again for joining me. I hope to have better games for you next time. As always, make sure to like if you enjoyed this video, and especially I would love comments. I would love some involvement so that I can better tailor my content to what you want. Thanks again.